I know that we're all struggling to find time to meet and have phone calls these days, so I thought I'd put some thoughts together about the work that we do at Dialogue 7 and also about the link that I've been sharing lately, the relationship-focus.com link that goes to our website. So a few years ago, my good friend Carol Bjorns and I launched a customer experience program that's called the Customer Experience Certificate Program that is now available at 22 universities. Great success, 22 universities in the United States. And along with that, we also launched another program, the Design Thinking Certificate Program, to teach companies the idea or the concept of customer experience. Now, at the time, we were trying to evangelize some of the concepts that are still very valid today. Things like, the fact that a careful understanding and evaluation of how we influence customers within the experience, and that includes the employee experience as well, ensuring that people are getting what they need, that the things that we sold them are functional and that they work effectively, that they work as intended. The second concept, the concept of ease and accessibility in that experience, and the emotional and psychological components that have to do with how people feel and about feeling good about those experiences that we deliver. Those things are all foundational to experience management and to the concepts of customer experience, no matter what your culture, no matter what your geography is. However, as I got deeper into my own doctoral research and I did more research with my clients, the one area that I kept finding as most significant is how the interpretation of relationship impacted the experience, or the perception of the experience itself. Those things in context with the relationship were often undefined, especially through the pandemic. Even companies that try to deliver great experiences didn't make it. On the other hand, the companies that could say that they had a strong relationship with their customers or their employees made it, and they're still in business today. It was the companies that had clearly defined relationship expectations that made it. In fact, many companies were not able to deliver on their promise of experience or a promise of a great experience at all because they themselves were suffering from financial hardship. And by the way, if you remember, around the same time and probably later on through the pandemic, some of the same companies were impacted by the logistics crisis, and they couldn't even deliver on great experiences because the goods and services that they were delivering were stuck somewhere in a shipping container somewhere. However, a clear understanding of the type of relationships that companies had with customers, with employees, with partners, allowed them to negotiate the experience expectations that they had through changes in needs, circumstances, characteristics, and the capacity of all those stakeholders. So, learning from that experience, we've returned to the drawing board of customer experience and employee experience with a really somber realization that in order for customers and employees to have great experiences, we first have to define the type and the nature of the relationship itself. In order to be successful in delivering functional and effective experiences with the right amount of effort and the expected emotions and emotional context of that experience, you first have to clarify and clearly define the relationship and its expectations. Otherwise, you're going to be spending too much effort building experiences for people with relationship expectations that do not fit your business model or your resource availability or your budget. When relationship expectations are set correctly, then and only then can you set customer experience and employee experience expectations correctly. That right there is what the relationship focus framework is designed to do. It is designed to help you focus on the 7 areas where relationships succeed or where they fall apart. It helps companies that want to be relationship focused strategically by giving them specific areas to measure, specific areas to act upon, to build strategies that really deliver on the promise of being relationship focused. It also helps individuals, by the way, because as you'll see from the assessment that I'm going to ask you to take, it helps you focus on the conversations that clarify mutual value and mutual outcomes so that you can build profitable relationships or even save relationships from deteriorating. It also, by the way, gives internal organizations a framework for aligning expectations for working together to reduce silos. It gives sales teams a framework for ensuring that the relationships that they're winning and the relationships they're keeping are the right relationships. And it gives external alliance partners, the people that are representing you to the public, the right framework for making sure that both you and your company are getting mutual value. We're very fortunate to have seen companies that use our framework have great success with it. And I think it's because the framework is very simple, it's very simple to apply. But even though it is simple, it has some tremendous returns on the investment that you make to apply it to your right stakeholder relationships and to the right dialogue and to the right conversations. The only request that I have for you today is that you take 5 minutes to complete the relationship focus assessment online. It doesn't cost you anything, it's a free assessment. When you get to the assessment, it's going to ask you which relationship you want to assess. If it's feasible, also ask the other individual or the other party to do the assessment. That way you can compare notes and you can see things from both perspectives. Now, the main goal of the assessment is to identify misalignments. What misalignments exist in these 7 areas that make the relationship inequitable so that you can make it equitable and you can make it profitable. So you can talk about the areas that need work and so that both parties get what they need from the relationship. We are passionate about teaching relationship-focused skills and about facilitating workshops for companies all over the world to help them become more relationship-focused. I hope that we can be of service to you.